Next hashtag Creative Talks, suntem în 2025, ne-am făcut cu un an mai mare, dar am rămas cu aceleași bune obiceiuri, aș spune, să aducem moda la Iași și de aici să plece peste tot. Invitat firesc, aș spune, pentru că atunci când vorbesc despre modă și Iași, el e aproape implicit, este Ovidiu Buta, care a venit cu doi invitați. Ovidiu, cu cine și de ce?
De data aceasta, la Iași nu avem doar moda românească, ci avem și niște reprezentanți veniți să verifice moda românească, printre altele.
Bine ați venit atunci cu toții. Spune-mi cu cine ești.
Let me introduce this one.
Hello, I'm Vincent. I'm working as a buyer manager for Tranoi, the events in Paris and Tokyo.
Hello, I am Florence, Julienne, and I am journalist for the Fashion United.
Can you explain, poți să povestești puțin ce înseamnă Tranoi? Adică pentru că sunt probabil o parte dintre cei care ne ascultă care nu știu cât de important este acest brand la care ne referim.
So I think it's better to start from the idea of what Tranoi is for the audience, because definitely they are not all of them.
Oh, well, yes. Yeah, Tranoi is a trade show in Paris, existing since 30 years now. This is part of a huge group of organization, which is a GL event. And we do introduce to international markets the brands to help them to growing up into the market.
You are the first time in Romania? You are first time in Romania?
This is the first time.
This is the first
time. Oh yeah,
yes.
sorry. yeah, it's the first time in Romania for me.
And what do you think after one day?
And actually, I didn't expect that. It was really cool. I like the way that the city is becoming, Iași is becoming like a heart of culture and art and dance and music, but also fashion. That's why I'm here. And that's really inspiring to see all the creativity of the designers.
What was your initial impressions about Romania, about Romanian Fashion Week, about yesterday, about what did you visit in this?
First, about fashion and about the event, I was very impressed that the organization is pushing the next generation, because all what we saw was about schools from Bucharest, schools from Iași,
Cluj,
Timișoara.
Voilà.
Cluj, Timișoara, Chișinău.
Chișinău, that's Republic of Moldova.
Voilà. So I was very impressed that the event, this big event, because the place where you are doing the big podium is huge, and it's for kids, it's for students, it's for the youth. That's what I was impressed about.
Yes, I think so. It's a great chance for their age to have this wonderful stage to show what they can do.
I was explaining them yesterday when they went to a factory visit that basically this event started from the idea that if you don't have a system, you have to create it. If you don't have a designer, you have to nurture it. So since 25 years, since 20 years actually, we started to have this strong direction towards everything that's young designer. You'll see today, because today it's a Saturday, we are going to see the new wave. I mean, the established designers, and tomorrow is going to be the Romanian designer, the big businesses. So if you think logically, you start with the academy, you find a very good designer or two designers, you nurture them, you move them in the second category, and then you move them in the Romanian designer. It's a very logical system that was created just to support everybody. What's new this year? It's the celebration of the Romanian Fashion Week, because we are talking about 25 years since I came to Iași, so I'm still waiting for my diploma de cetățean de onoare, but it won't happen, I'm sorry to say that. But beside that, we started to move things in a new direction. In terms of technical stuff, I mean, we changed the catwalk, we transformed it into a more multimedia experience. We move a part of the shows in different parts of the city, because I always said that Iași has so many beautiful places where you can organize a fashion show, and it's the best way to discover the city, For me, it was very amazing. It was the very first time when I went to the University of the Alexandrian Cuza, and I said, this is surreal, I had no idea about all the Balasha paintings and everything. So yeah, it's that's new here. First of all, this technical part. Another new thing is that we are still here. That's beautiful. And taking consideration the period we had political wise, I can call this
It's a
a
win,
big
yeah.
celebration.
What kind of stories are you looking for when you try to covering these kinds of emerging scenes of fashion?
And the main project is about creativity, because the difference between students and labels that are established is that the fact that the students, they don't have economic objective. They don't have to sell, so they just have to show their creativity, their inspiration, and so that's what I am looking for. Is it creative or isn't it?
How do you think the Romanian designers can get more visibility in France or beyond?
I think what you are doing, like in here, it's amazing for the designers, because this is huge opportunity. Not all the country have this help to be able to show, to be able to do a showroom internationally. With the Romanian Creative Fashion Week, we are doing Tranoi Tokyo. So all the designers are going to a new market, which is like huge. Japanese market is super huge. So this is really good opportunity, and in next year probably they will come to Paris too, and it's another way to think. It's not the same products that you will sell, etc. So in terms of strategy also, it teaches them a lot for the business.
I'm curious to know what kind of quality do you scouting when you are trying to find new designers for Tanoi?
For Tanoi, we are more into positioning of designers, so we are more premium and luxury brands, so of course the quality is really important. But what we spoke yesterday was really interesting also, like all the designers in here are helped for the production. I mean, they are sure that they can produce, and this is a huge point, because there is a lot of brands coming to a trade show, paying a lot for doing that and to travel and all this, and then they are not ready to produce at the end. They don't have the partner in manufacturing, etc. And this is like what is really interesting to me in this project.
Now talking, I realized that Tranoi became another part of our evolution, you know, because we take from students new wave, Romanian design, and now Tranoi. And let me just make a small addition to this. Tranoi for us was a big surprise. Probably people who are listening, watching this one, they are clueless about how important it is to have the Tranoi label on you, because it's very exclusive. To be part of that, you really have to be good and to produce and everything. And their presence here started with our presence in Tokyo, actually, because we had 12 designers in Tranoi Tokyo. And that it happens, this magic. You were surprised about what Romanians are doing, were surprised about the fair, and suddenly you are in Iași.
Yeah.
That's a very weird life we have.
Do you think there is enough potential in Romanian fashion to be, competitive in the international fashion market?
Why not? As said Vincent, I think it's very important. You have the capacity to produce. And this is very important for the development of a fashion brand and the development of the business, like we saw yesterday, Irina.
Irina Schotter.
Voilà, and she has a factory, she can produce, so after she can make her own collection, produce, and each worker works on only one piece, which is something about luxury. Hermes does the same. It's not you put one and after one, it's a real couture spirit. So yeah, why not? Why not? Why Romanian labels won't have the opportunity to be on the top of the hill?
And if I can add something, I think from my side in France, the image we have of Romanian business in fashion is more the know-how and manufacturing. So this is really interesting to me to come here and see also all the creativity part, because for me, Romanian is a place where you do produce for other brands internationally. So this is really interesting to see what is beside and all the schools that support the young and what you can do.
How does Tranoi fair support the emerging names to gain the international visibility?
That's a tricky question. It's not Tranoi's business is not too.
It's business, okay.
Yeah, it's really business. I mean, it's like a showroom. So we have around, I mean, in Japan we have 200 brands. In Paris we have like 250 brands in total from everywhere in the world. And this is a huge platform to connect with, of course, I mean, the main course is business, so selling to buyers internationally. That's why we are also here with some buyers from Japan, from France, etc., to discover the fashion week in here.
But it is a kind of recipe to be well prepared, to do well in fairs like Tranoi?
Yeah.
It is?
It is, like, I mean, as
a guiding book or something like that?
You need to have a line sheet, you need to have your price good, you need to have the good merch for yourself, because like if you sell and you didn't get any merch, you don't win money. So, I mean, this is really important to be ready before to come. I would advise to speak with people around, speak with salespeople, etc., to get advice, and after you can do a show.
Speaking from the creativity point of view, how important is this in the whole ensemble? To be creative, to be unique?
Creativity is the only good thing left in fashion, basically.
Yeah. What about quality, though?
Quality is debatable, actually, since all these problems with Valentino and the rest. But I think the only thing that can save fashion, and actually I think this is coming now, it's coming back now, it's the creativity. Because we bought too many boring clothes. We are not excited any longer about clothes. I'm not. I don't want to talk in everybody's name, but I'm not. So when I see something creative, I feel like buying it again. And I learned during my life that this switch happens very rare. And when it happens, it's going to be like a storm for everybody. But going back to Tokyo, you know, it's the motherland of creativity. You have all the Reka Okubo and all the designers, and you realize that the difference between Tokyo and the rest is just creativity. The way they are buying, the way they are dressing, the way they are putting together, the way the designers are thinking and producing, you know. And that's why I'm very happy that Romanian Fashion Week is part of an umbrella called Romanian Creative Week, because basically creativity is the only good thing left.
We can speak about an Eastern market, about an Eastern creativity way to be unique in the European world.
How can you be creative compared with the...
No, I'm speaking about the eastern part of the continent.
Yes.
It is something special here.
Me, what I notice, I think you are good, is knitwear. Knitwear, you understand knitwear?
Yes.
I think, yeah. I've been to Riga not a long time ago
Riga,
at the Fashion Week. I've been to Moscow, now I am in Romania. And really, I think about the knitting, the broderies also, but the knitting, there's something strong. Yesterday, we saw 2 shows about it that was strong, and I think knitwear is something. I can imagine the woman doing it like this. I don't know if you have the métier à tisser. I don't know.
Oui, c'est ça.
Cum traducem cel mai bine knitting ca să înțeleagă publicul?
Tricotaj.
Tricotaj.
Ouais, ouais. That's. I think this is something strong you may.
Okay, we'll think about.
We'll
keep in mind this.
But also the designer in here, I think, have an eye, like all the East country have another eye as we have. So there is an aesthetic when you see Gosha Konstantinov and this kind of brand, like the way to, you know, to do the styling also is really interesting. They mix streetwear with more traditional garments and all this, and this is what I like also. Like we saw a show yesterday, it was really nice with like a lot of patchwork dress, but they put like a huge Adidas football socks, and it was really like a twist to bring something modern and cool. To me.
I think Eastern fashion, it's a mix of a very strange sexiness and a very strange boldness. It is.
Yes, I think so.
Because really describes what our part of continent wants to tell about about us. That's about it.
And it's our fight to be seen.
Yes. But
we need to be seen.
There is something very aggressive, I think, in our way of doing fashion and presenting, and I think it's because it's more volume. You know, maybe you noticed yesterday, it's a lot of volumes. People want to be noticed, so they create volumes, a lot of volumes, you know, a lot of strong things, a lot of metal, unexpected things. It's a very raw creativity, but I absolutely love it.
Thank you very much. But I think we have to share to everybody the main answers to a question that I repeated all the time in this kind of interviews, because the theme of the edition is real love. I'm trying to find from you, what do you love in these times?
In my personal life? Or in,
Yes, you personally, yeah.
I think what do I love in my job and in this life is people, just human, and fashion is really like this too. I wanted to jump in the discussion just before because like it's creativity of course, but this is also the personality of the people. Like you can be attached to a designer because he is like a bit crazy in his head, and this is what you like. So yeah, I think for me it's the humanity, the people.
The question was, what do I like in fashion?
No, what do you love these times? Because the
time.
theme of the edition is of Romanian Creative Week is
Oui.
real love.
Real love.
Real love, yeah.
Yeah, I saw
With what do you love?
the
Yes.
red things. What do you really
And the
love?
hearts everywhere, yeah.
D'accord. What do I really love?
Yeah.
Ooh la la, that's a question.
Let's can we be all honest here?
Can I focus on fashion? So
It's not necessary.
what do I love in fashion? First, to dress up. Dress up. That's the main point. Each morning I have to dress up. So each morning I'm thinking how I'm gonna look like today. And I like when people they have some nice, like I told you, you have nice shoes. Or,
Thank you.
You know, it's in a way, it's what it says. It's that the image I give and the image I want to give from the inside, and the image I receive from the people, and how the clothes can look like how they are inside. That's the élégance du cœur in French. I don't know in English.
ça.
L'élégance du cœur, you
Élégance du
understand?
cœur,
The heart
oui.
elegance.
Okay.
That's what I am looking for, finally.
Să te văd, Ovidiu. Cum arată eleganți de cœur pentru tine?
I think it's a bit debatable. But coming back to your question, what I love that I'm still here. I think that's it's something
Still
that
here
comes.
in Iași, still here in
No, still here in
this
my
kind of,
life actually,
yes.
you know. Still here with
business.
new people and doing things that I like. And,
Building communities, which is very important.
Yeah, it's a big word as well, but indeed, I love the fact that I'm still here. From all the points of view, you know, that I'm still here, that I'm not an old, narrow-minded person, you know. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, that's all. Maybe that's love, you know, when you start to love yourself.
Thank you very much.